Friday,
All
next
start up
Friday.
next Friday. Okay, there you go. There you go. Boston just scored a goal, so it's 3-2 now in the third
Uh, yeah,
period.
the Ravens are 21-7 over the Jets. Go figure.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect anything different there with that because
Yeah.
the Ravens, the Ravens might be. I think I heard, on the radio here in Tampa earlier today that they have the Ravens and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So that's a rematch of a few years back. So if that's what it is, we'll have to wait and see how the playoffs shake out in the next few
Yes.
weeks. Yeah. So let me ask
And
you, Lewis, what's your take on this whole Michael Vick thing with the Pro Bowl? Just real quick.
well, first of all, the Pro Bowl, of course, it doesn't really mean anything. Like you said. I mean, nobody takes it seriously. It's more like just an It's they don't call it an exhibition, but basically that's what it is.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like an exhibition game. What does an exhibition feel to it? I should say.
Right. Correct. Correct.
Even and so Michael Vick is going to be like a coach or something, or
Well, he's been inducted as an honorary captain, which I think I think what they do, Lewis, is something similar to the NBA All-Star game, where they
right?
pick
Yes.
they pick teams now. I guess because everyone seems to like that venue when the NBA does it, where you pick your team, team
Yes.
LeBron, team Giannis, whatever it might be. I guess they did that last year in the Pro Bowl, and I guess it caught well. But I mean, as I told Adam earlier on the show, I haven't watched that game in probably 20 years. I just
Yeah.
don't find it fascinating anymore. It doesn't mean anything anymore. And in fact, only All
Well, it
Star
never
game that
did.
I mean anything is the baseball one, and they took that away too. So it doesn't mean anything anymore either.
No.
So I
Well, I mean, the
mean,
Pro Bowl never meant anything anyway to begin with.
right, correct. It just was an end of the year game, and if you wanted to play one more game before the season ended, you could do that. It was in Hawaii. It was like a vacation for some of those guys. But
Yes.
now you can, half the players that they elect don't even go. They don't even go. They don't because it happens now it's the week of the Super Bowl. So if you're in the playoffs, you're not going to go to that game. You're not going to go play an extra game and get
No, of
hurt
course
and lose
not.
your play in the Super Bowl or the playoffs. So yeah, I, I guess like I told Adam, I have read an article on that. I'm going to take both sides of it because if you don't take both sides of it, then the side that you don't take is going to say, oh well, then he's against us. He took that side, and he's not taking this side. So I'm going to make sure that I touch on both sides of that story. I'm going to take the side of the people who wrote the petition, saying that because he killed dogs, he shouldn't be in
Right.
the program, be honored. But on the sports side of it, who cares about the Pro Bowl? I was told about this on
Yeah.
Sunday. I caught wind of it. One of my friends told me about it. And I'm like, this isn't like he's being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This
Right.
is pro. It doesn't matter. And you know what? They may protest if he ever does get into the Hall of Fame. They may protest that. I don't. Who knows?
Just
Maybe
for the
I'll be.
dog incident.
Yeah. Who knows? Like I said, I don't know, Lewis. Like I said, people lose their cool over some of the dumbest things, ever.
Yes.
Society loses their cool over dumb things that really, there's a bunch of other stuff that we could care about. How about caring about the mental health issues in the country that we have? So we can stop what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago with the shooting in New Jersey and at the high school
Yeah.
football game and the school shootings around the country that seem to happen on a daily basis. How about we look into something like that instead of worrying about Michael
Right.
Vick, who played in the league for 2 years, and really, I mean, again, I keep sounding like a rewinded tape, but who cares? The Pro Bowl doesn't. No one cares about the Pro Bowl.
No.
So I don't get it. But hey, people got to find something to complain about. Well, then let them complain about that. Then let them
That's true.
complain.
They do. They gotta find something to moan and complain about.
Right. So again, like I said earlier, I was at the Islander game on Monday night here in
My
Tampa.
condolences.
And they have this cheer, Lewis. I know you're a Rangers fan. They have this cheer that said something about that you guys stole the cup in 1994.
We did
Can
not
you
steal the cup.
what I trust me, I took your side on this. How in the world can you determine that you guys stole a cup in 1994 anyway? Number one. Number two, no, you didn't, because that you guys played one hell of a series. The Lightning just won. You guys played a hell of a series to win the cup over Vancouver that year. But yet, here's how I always look at the state of New York, and this is my opinion on this, and you can agree with me or disagree. The Rangers are the big brother to the Islanders.
That's
the
right.
Yankees are the big brother to the Mets. I don't care how many championships the Mets win, how many championships the Islanders or Stanley Cups the Islanders win. They're always going to be the second coming, because the Rangers and the the Rangers and the Yankees were there first. Now, Islander
right.
fans don't want to hear that crap. Mets fans don't want to hear that crap. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The truth. And that's how I looked at
It
it.
hurts.
At the game. I said to myself, wait a minute, how? I said, I can't wait to talk to Lewis on Thursday, because I want to know how in the world Islander fans can say that the Rangers stole a Stanley Cup in 1994. How they hadn't won? You guys hadn't won a Stanley Cup in what, 20 some odd years? How did you guys steal a Stanley Cup? I don't know how that cheer came about. Is it just jealousy, or what is it?
It's jealousy.
I just, I had to sit with Islander fans.
They should talk. They haven't won now in 34 years.
Well, I think the last time they won was was it 84? Was the last time they won a Stanley Cup? 83. That was the year I was born. Okay, so that's how long that's been. Okay. All right.
So,
well, they don't have any.
You know how they razzed us, with the 1940 chant and everything, and then but now you have a longer drive now. You haven't won now in 34 years.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to Lewis about that, because the Lightning got their butts kicked. We lost 5-1. But
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm one of those people who doesn't like to go to hockey games, and I think some people, and again, I'm not calling out every New Yorker when I say this, but some people go to games just to kind of start, shit with people, and these people that with some of them were trying to start crap with me, and I had to walk away and say, you know what, it ain't worth it. I'm not gonna go to jail. I'm not gonna get into a fight at a hockey game. It ain't worth it. So you just walk away and let them do what they let them do that.
Right.
And just let them do what they want to do. I just was curious on how they came up with that whole chant that you guys stole a cup in 1994. I'm like, wait a minute, how do you figure that? Well, if I'd have known that they hadn't won a Stanley Cup in 34 years, I'd have said something to them. I said, well, at least you guys, you guys won you haven't won a cup in 2 decades, 3 decades for that matter. So how in the world do you sit here and bitch and complain to Ranger fans when you haven't won a cup in 30 plus years? Yeah. So I did not know that. Well, I wish I'd have known that prior to going to that hockey game. I wish I'd have known that. I would have used that.
Islanders and Rangers fans can't stand each other, and they'll never get along. Never.
No, yeah, like I said, I told you last week when I was at MSG, that was who the Rangers were playing with, the Islanders. And I could tell right from the get-go that they don't like each other. I remember seeing a guy with his family, his wife and his 2 kids, in Islanders gear. And Lewis, they harassed him with every word in the book. They threw popcorn at him. And somehow, I don't know, the guy kept his cool. And they stayed there the entire game, all 3 periods. And like I said, they were heckling him back and forth. And then he walked out of that building with a smile on his face, because the Islanders had beat the Rangers that evening in a shootout. So he walked out of that building with a smile on his face. But
Yeah.
That's got to be a pretty interesting rivalry, especially in that part of the country in hockey. That has to be. I mean, yeah, obviously they don't. Yeah, obviously sitting with Islander fans on Monday night, yeah, they don't like the Rangers, and they put that clap together. Like, if you hate the Rangers, clap your hands, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God there are no Ranger fans in the arena, because had they been up there, there would have been some fights. There probably would have been some fights going on and going on up there, but is what it is. Is what it is. So. Anything new, Lewis, with the show, or anything you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know if you're with this, but they also have the college football awards on right now.
Yeah, I've been getting some notifications on my phone about some of that. Like Joe Burrow won Player of the Year. Is that did I get that right? Did I hear that right?
You'd be right.
Okay. So I had Adam on here earlier, and he said his prediction is Ohio State, Oklahoma. Can I get a prediction out of you for the college football playoff with the 4 teams left?
I hate to say we're gonna go with the I'm gonna go with Ohio State.
Ohio State. Okay, so they're going to beat Clemson. Are they going to play LSU or Oklahoma in the national title?
They're gonna play LSU.
LSU. So that
Oklahoma's gonna give it a good run, though.
I agree with that. I think Jalen Hurts and Lincoln Riley, they're going to give Orgeron and company some fits. But I think LSU pulls that out in the end as well. I agree with you. So Ohio State wins the national championship. Okay. All right. So that means okay. Well, I honestly think that game that they're going to play against Clemson, I think is going to be closer than a lot of people are predicting it to be.
Absolutely.
I think actually I'm going to say both games are going to be close when it all comes down to it. I don't think you're not going to see the ACC or the ACC championship and SEC championship games from this past weekend were both blowouts. I don't see that happening in the college football playoff. I think those 4 teams are all good teams where I don't think you're going to see a blowout unless somebody gets hurt or gets suspended or whatever prior to the games. I don't think you're going to have, a blowout like you did for some of the championship games. Is there any other bowl games, Lewis, that you're looking to watch? Are there any of them jump out to you?
Well, the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the traditional games, really.
Okay.
And the pinstripe.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I didn't get a chance to talk. Who do you like this Saturday in the Army-Navy game?
I'm going with Army.
Army, okay. I am also. I think Army. This will probably be one of the big wins they have this year over Navy. I don't ever miss watching that game. I think the game has a lot more meaning than just a football game. I'll be watching at 3:00 when it kicks off. But I have to say I'm going to go with Army as well this upcoming Saturday. Yeah.
All right. Here's the question for you. Which one's the better rivalry? Army Navy or Harvard Yale?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I gotta say Army Navy. I do, Lewis. I hate to say that because I watched the Harvard Yale game. They had to get the game in because it got suspended or almost got suspended due to darkness. They don't have any lights on that field, and there was a 40-minute protest before that game over global warming issues.
Which is ridiculous.
Yes, I agree. That's not really a good place to protest that, but that's a different story altogether.
Right.
But I mean, both of those rivalries, they have to be up there with the Ohio State, Michigan, Auburn, Alabama, all that stuff throughout the college football years. But wow, Harvard, Yale, or Army, Navy.